Hi, baby dolls. We have to go through a couple of things today because Ethereum continues its third cycle curse, and it is a bit of a poopy, but I just want to assure you, firstly, I have no idea what comes next, okay? We could be at zero right now for all we know, but really, if we go back to the previous cycle, Ethereum woke up at the very, very end. And it was shocking to me because I remembered it firing up before then, but then I realized the deviations are so small and it's so thick that it really truly only woke up at the very end, friends. Look at this. Ethereum crossed its monthly super trend on ETH-BTC in April 2021. This was literally the final 2 months of the entire bull market. It just had 2 months ETH-BTC doubles. You never know, man. That one might happen again, man. We literally might be here by, like, let's say the end of the cycle, I don't know, is next year. And then we just have these 2 months where Ethereum does like another 100%. It goes up to 0.10. And that might be it, man. That literally might be it. So we don't know what happens here. But, like, just to show you, like, that type of poopiness happens here. Like, woo, there you go. And it's over. Man, that'll suck. And then maybe it goes and gives better returns in its fourth cycle. But this is just a reality of the situation. So another perspective to have is, while I play some nice gentle angel music for you, is that Ethereum is the 34th biggest asset in the world. Okay, so you add up all the stocks, you look at gold, everything. I think Bitcoin's number 10 or something. Yeah, man, that sucks actually when you think about it. That's 34. Like, how much further can they grow? You know, and yeah, they can grow. They will grow. They're asset classes, man. They truly are marvels of our time. But do you really want to bet that they won't disappoint at the end? You got to do a lot of hard work and research, right? That's why I've released my Ultimate Bull Market Strategy Guide. Hope you've watched it. Part 1 and Part 2, just showing you different tips and tricks and lessons we can learn from previous cycles, right? Look what Vitalik's posted here, friends. So Vitalik is doing bull posting. Just let you know, man, I called, friends, I told you, I called this. I said, hey, Ethereum maxis, you're pooping on everybody. I know you're just there for the price. If the price went down, all your decentralization stuff, it's going to be tested. All right. So Ethereum, Vitalik, bull posting. Here's another bull, courtesy of Buffle, Flux Dev, locally generated on my laptop with 470 GPU. So he's just bullish on Flux, bullish on Ethereum. So he's being cute here. It's Vitalik. He's probably taking a rest from, like, you know, shagging his missus or whatever. Yeah, that's what you do when you're 4,000 IQ. Alien, making hybrid babies. Oh, man, I'm telling you now, friends, his cheese being released elsewhere. So all of this is because ETH-BTC is down to 0.042. You got to remember, man, friends, Ethereum in 2017, June, July, 8 years ago, man, Ethereum's ratio to Bitcoin, it hit 15%. So that would basically be that Ethereum is meant to be $9,000 today. Just think about that, man. Hopefully the market kind of wakes up and everyone starts to observe that they're storing value in network effects with people, and people build trust with networks that have basically survived a lot of stuff. I mean, like, it's easy when you see, Hex, you're down 99%. How are we going to test for the others? That'll be something interesting to think about. And also, friends, I thought this was important. I want to switch gears a bit. On Twitter, look at this. You can get banned now for being a violent event denier. We prohibit content that denies that mass murder or other mass casualty events took place, where we can verify that the event occurred and when the content is shared with abusive context. Like, wow, man, is this the world we live in? If you say that an event didn't happen, they're going to, like, delete you. I don't know, man. I think this is a slippery slope. Oh, man, that's nuts. Like, and by the way, how are you going to classify a violent event? How do you classify that? What's violent? Okay, does it have to be words? Is words included with violent? You go, oh, people died. Okay, but how many people? See what I mean? Now you're getting into an interesting discussion. Okay, violent is more than 4. Oh, you're saying, so if 3 people got shot, that wasn't violent? What kind of sick psychopath do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean, friends? It's a slippery slope. Now, the thought police. Right? Oh, man, that's what type of thing? Oh, this is what we're walking into right now. I heard Ivan on Tech sharing thoughts about like the social media and stuff in terms of Ethereum. See, it might actually come down to us, friends, just using Ethereum for social media stuff eventually in the future, because Fartcaster and Nostr and all these, they can eventually all be taken down. Like if the government really wants to. I thought of an idea. I wonder if one day we'll be able to do it. You know, with coins, we have liquidity pools everywhere. You know, there's like, you know, you can have Uniswap V2, Uniswap V3, and then you're listed on 1inch or whatever. You're listed on another exchange, right? And it's fragmented everywhere. Well, I wonder if we had social media pools and you can grab info from all the social media and something just used as an aggregator, and it just grabs info from everywhere and everything just hooked up to the API. You see, but it would need to get popular first. That would be amazing. And it's a bit hard because, you know, Facebook and Twitter, not all of them release all their API data, I think. If you're an expert with that, maybe you can chime in the comments. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Like, subscribe. Yeah, so it's something to think about the future, because I remember when I was talking about this a year ago, I said, well, we need freedom of speech and all these other stuff. However, only like 1% of the time we want to be spicy. The other 99%, we just want to hang out with everybody else. Just the 1% of the time. But now it just seems like so many things are snowballing. It's just like all everybody talks about now, friends, is literally the spicy stuff. You notice that? The war here, and then the other war there, and then Donald Trump planned assassination, and who's the deep state, and the non-human intelligence. Like, you're just throwing all of this stuff on, and they're building momentum, man. They're building momentum. Because what's happening is people are brainwashed, but they're poor, right? They're getting diluted faster and faster over time. The debt's rising. So your cost of living is going up literally through the roof. So as people get more and more poor, friends, right? You got to imagine if you had a profit and loss, you have a portfolio sheet. That's your wealth status in your household. When it starts going down, people start thinking. Okay, they literally start thinking. They go, "What's this? What's that? What's the government doing?" Right? Then they start riling up. That's why the government wants to avoid that as much as possible. And that's ultimately, that's what you're betting on. When you're long crypto, you're long on solving all these things. There's all these solutions out here. And anything just around Ethereum City and Bitcoin City, they should prosper. I mean, there's so many people still left to come in the world, right? We have 520 million people in crypto total. By the way, if you just hold Bitcoin on an exchange, you're counted as a user. Okay. And Coinbase, friends, have 115 million customers, but only 10% have gone on chain. So there's 100 million customers sitting there who are just waiting to swap around and do things. And hey, maybe they get a hold of maybe Richard Hart forcing an alt season on PulseChain or whatever it is out here. You see the point? And that's a lot of emotional money. Now, shout out to Richard's DNA confirmed the brother, Shane Hart. Okay, they're partying on a boat. Here I am as well, friends. I'm a level 4 Pokemon here. So looking at these things that are undervalued, it's very hard to get a concept of what undervalued. It is. Like Warren Buffett's got a formula in his head. He's like, oh yeah, you're going to be around in 10 years. That's what I actually came to learn, friends. So when I show you stuff like this, PulseChain is 20x away to flip Cardano, which is true. Oh man, friends, by the way, just watch Ivan on Tech Show. Literally every show. What about Cardano? Talk about the Cardano, please. Every single time, the Cardano. You're also in a third cycle curse. It is your third cycle. So I'm very, very sorry. Just let you know, man. I didn't choose this. You're in a third cycle, okay? Cardano did 420x in its first cycle from the ICO. 420. 420x. Second cycle did like 150. Now you're in the third cycle. Just letting you know, okay? PulseChain's in its first cycle. 20x to flip Cardano. I think that's nice, man. If Cardano does a triple and then we flip it, that's a 60 banger. And what if I'm wrong by a factor of like 3? Okay, that's still a 20x. That's still good. Bitcoin's not going to do a 20x. All right, you also have PulseX, friends. I wrote the best DEX in crypto. It's actually the best DEX coin, right? Has an amazing buy and burn. 4.76% of the user supply. So obviously it's gone up over time. But also, just to remind you, a lot of people are wondering, why isn't PulseX being updated? Why aren't these other things happening? It's probably the lawyers, 11 lawyers of Richard Hart. They basically told him, look, man, if you want to make the case that the thing is not centralized, if you want to make the case that it's the community's like taken hold of it, it's a community takeover, really, when you think about it. You can't be updating stuff because then it just increases the probability. People demand more things, expect more stuff, and it just, yeah, it doesn't really paint the case like that. So you probably just let it go. You let it go. And then when the case is done, he'll then choose to do it again. Of course, there is no guarantee, man. I get asked this all the time. What if it doesn't happen? Okay, yeah, then it doesn't happen, man. Friends, Bitcoin was 15K. Okay, let's go back in time. I've been through this thousands of times, okay, literally so many times, and I remember them like it was yesterday. We go back here, interest rates, friends. Interest rates are literally still going up, okay? We can actually do, friends, if you want to know. You can actually go to here. You can actually just type in Fed funds rate, okay? Just to show you what will actually, you go to new price scale and check this out. See that red line? Actually, I'll make it a big, fat, deep yellow line so you can actually see it, okay? See this yellow line, man? That's literally interest rates. Friends, literally, this was Bitcoin, okay? We were at, FTX just collapsed. It was $15,700, all right? They were still hiking rates. You see this? They were still hiking, friends. They were still freaking hiking. You can see it on the left. It was 4.25%. You can see it here in the top left. They kept going. They kept going. And we front run the future. We literally front run the future. See? If you wait for that confirmation, you get destroyed. That's it. You have to play in the unknown. I know it makes everyone uncomfortable, but that's the truth, man. You have to play in the unknown. That's what makes you all the reward. Because the market's not pricing that in. Okay, it literally is a leap of faith. That's it. You also have, right, Hex, friends, survived minus 99% and it's 75x away to make a new high. Sweet. By the way, friends, all of these things, right, I'm just talking about the big core coins and stuff. We go through thousands of altcoins, but no one cares about them. Like, it's just, you can't do much. They all rely on the speed. That's why, like, how many times can we cover Ethereum in its third cycle curse? If you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, right? Incentive also has a green logo, ink. It's also got thick liquidity and stuff. So no matter how much you do these, I know, I mean, it gets frustrating. You're like, man, if something's cheap, don't you at least think, let's say it's got to go a distance of, you know, like 100 units, right? Let's say it's got to go a distance of 100 units. It's 100x undervalued. Okay, can you at least go 10x first, right? And then now you're up 20x in 6 months, and then you're up like 90x. Can you do that? Yeah, we can ask the market to do that. It doesn't do that. What it does is it just stays down forever, does nothing. Then when it comes to reprice, it doesn't actually stop at 100x if 100x is the fair value. It shoots up to 250x and then drops back all the way down to 10x. That's what crypto does. But you just don't know what type of pattern you're going to be involving yourself in as more and more cycles play out. That's why ultimately, friends, you got to remember, man, every time people think they're the only geniuses and everyone else is a sucker. No, man, it's a moving target. People are learning with you. People are adapting with you. People also want to get rich. People also see value. Unfortunately, you get to see it, right, how scared everybody's in crypto. But yeah, in stock market world, like they don't let Coca Cola stock drop down 90%, man. Like this is Coca Cola stock, friends. It's literally since 1984. Look what Coca Cola did after literally running this Warren Buffett stock, right? 1983. It literally runs up 40x in a row. Look all it dropped. It dropped in the year, literally after the tech bubble, it dropped a freaking 55%. It's still paying like 3% dividend yield each time. And then look what it does for the next freaking 20 years. This is all you get. 39% drop. This was the biggest one. Look at this. Was this zombie virus? All it did was it dropped 38%. It comes back down. Do you see that, friends? Look at this chart, man. This is Warren Buffett stock. Oh my God. This was the winner. Can you believe that? What the hell are you witnessing? You know, because they know. People holding it, they know. They're not going to let it get cheap. Hey, I want to buy a Warren Buffett stock 90% down. But in crypto, there is no Warren Buffett out here packing this stuff, is there? There's just so much fear and uncertainty that gives us the edge, though. They're giving it away for peanuts. But also, because there is no anchor, people don't know how high the thing is worth. They just know that they don't own it. The candles are green and they must get in today. That's chasing green candles, okay? I'm praying one day we get to see something like this in crypto. But you know what, friends? Would you even think about this, man? Would you even believe it? Would you even believe you're holding it? Like right here? Think about you're in something in crypto like this, man. Think about something like this, friends. You've held it, let's say, from up here. You're up 10x. What about here? Okay, would you still be holding it? You're up 25x. Look at this, by the way. It does. Look, going sideways, man. This is insane. This is 3 years. In 3 years, all it can do is this 13% drop, 3 years nowhere, and then it just shoots up again. Man, that's insane. What the hell is that, man? Look at this. How the hell do you do this? This is monthly charts. For 2-3 years, you're literally, oh my gosh, just literally doing this. What the hell? The only people who make it are those who believe. That's why you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Tell mom and dad you love them. Catch you in the next one.